Who are you?
Me?
Seema! Oh my goodness
It's
gracious me.
Seema.
We have Seema Varma back in ClassForKids and on the podcast. Seema is our partnerships manager and you're back after maternity leave.
I'm back.
How are you?
I'm really good.
Been back a month now or so?
Yeah, we're probably staying at 5 weeks now.
5
Finishing up at
weeks.
5 weeks.
Counting
yes.
every single day like a jail cell like
Absolutely. I've made it another day.
that. Made it another day. You have come back. You have brought with it lots of energy.
Lots of fun.
Some good vibes.
Excitement.
And some really interesting opportunities for ClassForKids that are kind of just rolling onto the table now as the months go by or the weeks go by.
Yes, exciting stuff. So we have had IDS in the office.
We have what is IDS?
International Dance Supplies.
International Dance Supplies. They're a huge company.
Big deal.
Like worldwide.
Very
International,
yeah.
That's what it says on the tin. Tell us a little bit what they do.
Okay, so they provide dancewear across the globe to dance schools, dance colleges, and it's great stuff. They're definitely the elite company in their space.
And you say we've had them in, and we did have them in, and you'll hear more about that in a minute, but why did we have them in?
Because some exciting news, we are going to be partnering with them moving forward.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. A partnership with IDS. I think that, it sounds great. Our brand and their brand are really big. They're international. Let's see what happens when we kind of push things together and mould it about like a bit of Play-Doh.
Yeah, definitely. Their values, our values, definitely align with what they're looking to achieve in the dance space. And yeah, I'm really excited to be able to share moving forward all the cool and exciting things we're going to be doing.
And there's lots of them. Now, from IDS, who was it that came up?
So their marketing manager, Nicole, came to visit us in Glasgow, and she kindly sat and told us a little bit more about what they're working on at IDS.
And she done that on this very podcast.
And here is Nicole from IDS.
Straight away, it sounds quite cool, like IDS.
Yes.
It sounds like a kind of government body.
Not quite as official as that.
No, tell us what IDS stands for to begin with.
So IDS, International Dance Supplies.
Amazing. You guys are, what it says on the tin, you're an international supplier of dancewear.
Correct, dancewear and costumes.
How long has the company itself been about?
Over 45 years now.
Oh, that's the same age as me.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Oh well. So when I was not somebody somewhere was smartly starting a company, whilst my parents were moving on. So your role within the company is?
I am the head of sales and marketing.
That's quite a large role.
Yes.
Sounds like you might be wearing many hats.
Yes, very much so. Lots of different hats going on. The sales side of things kind of new. So they began probably about 6 months ago. We really started upping the sales function. So that's quite a new side. I joined IDS back in August 2020. Where are we now? 2023. So when I joined then, it was purely just as marketing manager. And as I said, the sales function didn't exist then. But I think it was December of that year that we decided we wanted to have a sales function.
Yeah.
So then I also headed up the sales side of things as well. So that really, I say 6 months, but it was born January last year. So yeah, it's been going for a year now, but really amping it up over the last couple of months.
And the company itself, where was it founded?
That is a good question. I believe it was in Liverpool.
Right.
And we had Anne, who, this was her company, her baby. So she used to, sell ballet shoes and tights and leotards locally. And that's how it all
really
came about.
It grew from just that.
Yes.
One individual kind of person trading.
One individual, yes.
Right, okay.
So she headed up the company. And then, yeah, obviously it's been bought by big companies, and now that's how we've become international, worldwide today.
Because was your main office Chicago or something? Did you say?
So Chicago isn't our main office. Chicago is where our parent company lives, Revolution.
Yep.
So Revolution is a wholesaler like us, dancewear and costumes, and they supply the American market, and then IDS then supply everywhere but America. Australia, Europe.
Everywhere but America, though?
Yes.
All right, okay.
Yes.
Why?
Because that's Revolution's.
Right, okay, so they have that brand over there.
Yeah.
It makes sense now.
Yeah.
So being in a company, you're firmly, you're not even just in the industry, you're right at the centre of the industry. Everybody needs you guys, every single dancer out there. I mean, you deal with everything from just the clothes that they would wear whilst they're dancing, but also costumes that they would wear to their shows and end of year shows and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we provide dancewear for schools for their uniforms. We also, as I said, for Showtime, have all of the exciting glitzy costumes.
And it's all you don't make the costumes.
So we do.
You do that as well.
Yeah. So we have our own brand, First Position.
Right.
So that's our line of costumes that we produce. Over the last couple of years, really, we've had about 60 styles come to market every year. But this year, we've amped that up. We've doubled it. So we've had 120 costumes come to market this year. And as of next year, we'll have 150 to 160 styles. So we're really amping up the options that we have available. So that's First Position costumes. And then we do also supply Revolution's costumes as well. We have some in stock, and we can also do what's known as our special order service, so we can bring in the Revolution brand as well as 10th House and To Die For, who are more like if you're looking for premium costumes.
To Die For rings a bell.
So they're very much like competition costumes. For if you're looking for something extra special, so it may be something where you might have a dancer and you want them to be in a bespoke costume that's kind of that quality, but without the bespoke price tag. So,
all right, that was one of my next questions. Was about the bespoke nature of it. That you could, if somebody was going to be doing an end of year show, they could,
it might be their final time. They might have been with you for, I don't know, 18 years, and this is their final show, and they're doing a solo, and you might want to put them in something extra special. Or, as we say, that's very much like competition style. So when you go away to competitions, then that way you know that nobody else is going to be wearing what you've got, and you really stand out. So we also have those.
Sorry, I'm going down the bespoke.
No,
I'm quite interested in that. They're designers then? They're actual designers?
So Revolution have worked with specific designers over in the States who are quite well known to produce this collection. So there's not as many pieces, but they are all very much done by a designer in that world. So something extra special. So we're able to bring that to the UK market as well. But our bread and butter, our main focus is our First Position costumes. And then, like I say, with that, we've got hundreds of styles to choose from across all the genres.
Excellent. Well, there you go. I mean, that was a real good whistle-stop tour of the whole thing.
Yes, it was.
So, working for a company like IDS, you must have a background in dance.
I do indeed. Okay. Yes.
Tell us about that. I mean, obviously, we're Kids Activity Club providers. We're providers of the software, right? What clubs did you go to? Give us, there must be a beginning story for you.
Yes, I started out at a ballet class when I was like two or three.
Okay, whereabouts?
In Exeter, where I live. So shout out Joanna Marden School of Dance.
Big shout out.
So
is it still there?
Yeah.
Oh, right, cool.
She just celebrated her 30-year anniversary last year.
Does she have a system?
You know, she might be a good customer for you. She's big dance school in Exeter, where I'm from. So I started out with ballet with her, and then when I got to, I think, about 6, I added in jazz. So that would take up all my time. I went to ballet and jazz class pretty much 5 days a week after school. And I did that right up until, till I was about 16, 17.
Okay.
Then I did BTEC dance. BTEC dance.
I'm not joking. We were in a meeting earlier on, right, where I was saying we often go out and we hear the qualification names, and I was making them up in my head. But BTEC's one of them. Yeah. BTEC's a qualification. Yeah, BTEC. Okay,
yes,
cool.
100%. It's legit.
Yep.
Got the qualification.
See?
So I did that just to kind of get me more geared up for professional training.
Yeah.
So did that for 2 years, and then I went away to train professionally to be a dancer at Tiffany Theatre College for 2 years.
Where's that?
That is in Essex.
Okay. Sounds very, very... Tiffany Theatre College.
Tiffany Theatre College.
Yes.
Yes. So I went there, but it's also very much like not just dancing, you're singing and you're acting.
All round.
All round. I think you kind of need to be, unless you're Darcy Bustle, you need to be an all-rounder
A
these
triple
days.
threat, is that what you call it?
Yeah. And that's not quite what I was. Can't say my singing voice is the strongest.
I don't know about that. If the cameras had been rolling 2 seconds before, you were doing a lovely little rendition of a nice sort of song that I think, will we try that again now? No?
ClassForKids. No.
There you go.
As I said, I have been doing some singing with the panto and stuff, but that's very amateur, just for fun, hobby style singing
What
and
panto?
acting. That was Rapunzel.
Oh.
That was last week.
Who did you play?
Rapunzel.
Did you?
I did.
Excellent.
So.
How did the was there?
Yeah, big old wig.
Yep.
Actually, it was like 8 meters long.
Oh, amazing.
So it was like having a whole prop.
And was it over Christmas?
No, it was last week.
Right. Okay.
So I had a show on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But as I say, very jam. This was at my local village hall.
Yeah.
Which was great fun. So I'm still very much involved in
that
performing arts and acting and singing and dancing. So that way I can keep it alive. But yeah, I never actually. Once I went away to train professionally, after 2 years, I decided, after all of those years of loving it, to give it up and go to university and do something sensible.
And what was the sensible thing?
That's when I did a degree in business and marketing.
Okay.
So really, all
Became
of that
sensible,
has led me quite nicely to where I am today, because I get to put all of that together in my role now.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've got a background and then you've lived it.
Yeah.
Is that the same with a lot of people in IDS? Is that a lot of them have got dance backgrounds?
Yes, which is great, because when we're speaking to our customers, we're coming from a place of we understand them. So all the girls on the sales team, we have 2 they're still teaching themselves, they're dance teachers, and then everyone in the office goes to dance classes.
Do you guys have a TikTok account? Because I can imagine that's been one of the best.
I mean, we should. It's something we were talking about.
Do you learn all the
earlier.
TikTok dances?
Yeah. So we love doing all of that. And International Dance Day, we'll get everyone dancing. Even we get the MD coming up the stairs in his glittery waistcoat, doing
Excellent.
a bit of jazz.
I'm gonna get Brian in a glittery waistcoat. That'd be great. I think.
Yeah.
Would that be okay, Brian?
Brings a whole other
Give me a thumbs up.
personality out of you when you get a glittery waistcoat on. So yeah, it's very much we live and breathe dance.
Very,
at IDS.
because are you office based? Are you home based?
Office space,
Office-based.
but we are hybrid. Some people work from home, some people work in the office.
Yeah, kind of similar to here. And is the office? It sounds like it might be quite a buzzy, cool place.
Oh yeah, so we like I say, we'll put a few costumes on, we'll put an accessories on and whack together a dance. It's funny when we'll go down to like the warehouse or up to finance and IT, and it'll be like, it's that time, we need to film you dancing, and everyone loves it really.
That's the same as in here. We've got our social media master, Caitlin, is here as well. She'll just approach people willy-nilly and be like, "You're doing this now."
And I bet they all roll their eyes like, "Oh no," but
And
really they love it.
Oh no, I don't. I mean, I'm ready now. Okay, go.
Yeah.
It's like that.
So yeah, I can say quite confidently that everyone who works at IDS they love the industry that they're working in, and it definitely helps.
It helps. Absolutely helps to enjoy your job.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked marketing before for like air conditioning and sewage and things, and it's completely different vibe. So
tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, that was just a brief stint.
Okay, but how do you market sewage?
Well, it's very hard.
Was that the strap line? It's very hard.
No, but that's what I mean. So I've done that. I've had the experience of working managing marketing in that sort of field, and not having that innate love and passion for it.
Nobody works the sewage and goes, at the end of the day, I loved that today.
Exactly.
That was great.
But now the fact that every day I get to work in an industry that I actually have always loved and cared about, it's fantastic. And lots of people who may have grown up dancing, but are not on the West End, find their home with us.
Oh, that's good. Nice. That's good. Did you ever have the aspiration to teach dance yourself? Was that maybe what you were looking for when you were doing your BTEC? Is that right, BTEC?
BTEC. I did teach for a little bit, but for me, I don't have that creativity to be able to choreograph every week something new. That was the biggest.
Oh, I can't.
One for
I
me.
can't teach anything. I just I've got 2 kids and end up just getting very frustrated.
Yeah.
And,
So I did dip my toe in it for a little bit, but no, it's not something I've ever thrived in doing. But as I say, some of the girls on the sales team, they are still very busy ladies, full-time job with us, and then they go away and then they teach at night as well.
You met
so
Sophie,
don't
didn't
know
you,
how they do
already?
it.
Sophie's out there as well. She's working all
Yeah,
day and then
yeah.
dancing all night.
Yeah,
Tough
gig.
Tough gig. But if you love it, you love it. That's
Exactly.
it.
They wouldn't do it if they didn't love it.
So, what brings you to Glasgow today? First of all, it's your first time in Scotland.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, ClassForKids HQ is obviously based in Glasgow.
Uh-huh.
You've come up to see us, and you got some. But we've already had some nice Scottish things.
So I've tried some iron brew today.
Iron brew.
Is that iron brew?
Yeah. You say it nicer.
Yes, I had some iron brew today. So that was, top of the agenda.
Okay.
I've had some snowballs, some tea cakes. Is that what they're called?
Tea cakes.
Yeah. So I've tried all the delicacies.
Empire biscuits in the
today.
hotel.
Empire biscuits, haven't opened them. I'll make sure I have them tonight. I've heard that they're the best thing since sliced bread.
They're very good.
Yeah.
We actually use them for bread. We just put meat in between. We don't really.
So yeah, come up to try all the delicacies, but also obviously to come and meet with you guys and see how we can form a partnership.
Indeed, and I hope it's going well. I've kind of just been stepping in for the last half an hour or so there before we do the podcast. I hope we've had a good day here so far.
Oh yes,
And I think that immediately we're going to be doing a number of things with you. Will we talk a little bit about the events? We'll talk about Spotlight first. I think it's the nearest thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so
tell us a little bit about Spotlight.
Spotlight is coming up March the 23rd. So yeah, not long at all now. That kind of the whole concept came about. So it was November last year, and we have a showroom down in IDS where we have all of our costumes on display.
On mannequins. That would freak me out.
That would be a very large warehouse to have everybody on a mannequin. No, on our rails and things. We obviously do have a few on mannequins there as well. So we have our showroom, and we have our new collection. And as I said, it was twice the size this year. So we thought, why not invite all of our local schools? There are a lot of dance schools around us in the local area to come see the new collection for the first time, be the first people to see it, and just kind of have a mingle and a network with local teachers. So we did that in November, and it went down really well. Everyone had a fantastic time.
November 24?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
November just gone. So that was our first spotlight, so to speak. And we thought, why don't we try and take this on tour and do this for customers who are further afield. So we've organised ourselves some fancy touring wardrobes, which we're excited to show everybody. And we're going to have all of our, essentially our showroom on the road. So we can fit all of our costumes in these fancy wardrobes. And we're going to set up in, our first one is, as I said, in London, March 23rd.
Whereabouts in London is it?
It's the Leonardo Hotel on in Tower Bridge. So proper central London.
Nice.
We're also having what we're calling it, a sip and sparkle.
Ooh.
Sip and sparkle evening the night before, which is we're inviting all people, not just IDS customers, can come and sip their cocktails and see the sparkly costumes.
Nice. Okay, mate. Okay, good. That's market. That's the marketing on you.
Yeah, there we go. So we've got like a nice drinks reception, which you guys are joining us at.
We are. I'll be I might be more than sipping.
Yeah, bring your sparkles.
Yep.
So that's happening the night before. But yes, the event itself, as I said, our costumes will be there. But what its main focus will be is we have partnered up with some of the UK's leading dance business coaches.
Yep.
And what will happen is they will run the day in collaboration with us. So in March, for London, we'll be working with Deborah Laws. She will be running sessions on... she'll have her staples, so the five pillars for having a successful dance business school, and then it's having more of like a showtime focus, so how to make sure that your show is profitable, how to plan your show in a day, because we know that these are big stressful events that come up once a year or once every 18 months, once every 2 years for pretty much all dance schools will have a show. So it's taking out the stress from your show planning and making sure that it's actually profitable rather than it just being a headache for people. So
rather than getting to the end of it after the headache and the stress and then counting and going, oh.
Yeah. What we really want is people to look forward to this show as being like, great, this is my profit driver and this is my best time of year. I know what I'm doing, and it's great for me to have all the parents come see what all their children have been working so hard on. So that's what the real focus is going to be on for the March event, and then we are, as I said, taking this on the road. We've also got one planned in Manchester in September, which will be in collaboration with the wonderful Sarah Gittins. And then we're going to be visiting you guys again next year because we're hoping to have one in Scotland as well, which we'll be doing in collaboration with Louise Bruff.
Louise Bruff? That's a name. I kind of know that name.
Do you know that name?
No, I can't place it. No, of course, we work with Louise often. But those three guys that you just mentioned, who is Deborah, Sarah and Louise, are like, I think I call them like the dance mafia. They're like
that's a good term,
the UK dance business school mafia.
Transforming the dance industry step by
and
step.
they really are doing it. We were at an event in Ireland, Perform Ireland at the weekend, just gone. And we brought along Louise as just to be with us, and she's really good to start conversations for us. She's like a celebrity. Like, people were actually taking selfies with her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. And it's just like water off a duck's back to her now.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, hang on a second. Snap, snap, snap. So, who's that? Don't know. Okay. But you see, you've got a good lineup there.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
great.
These coaches are very well known.
Yep.
And we're all aligned in the sense that we are trying to transform the dance industry for the better, to strengthen it, to make sure that it's successful.
And that's, I think, hopefully where we come in as well. I mean, the behind the scenes of all of that and the running of it, we take the headaches away as well. We give them back more time. And we allow people my big thing when I'm out, and we're out often, when we meet people, is what our software really does. The ones that might have been like yourself going to become a teacher, and then they did become a teacher, and then they've got a school and they were so passionate about dance, and then 2 years later they're suddenly drowning in admin. The passion's dying at that point.
It always happens.
Yeah, so like we give them that back, and it's so nice being us, going out. We meet all these dance schools that are just with open arms meeting us, because we're just walking in maybe to do a video shoot or just to meet them, but they're still like, oh God, you guys changed my life, and we just go, yeah, that was me personally, that was me. I'll just take that love.
Yeah.
But it's really nice.
That's the thing, because you will not meet a dance teacher that isn't passionate. They're in that job because they love that job, and that's rare, because a lot of people have a job because it's a means to an end. But you can say easily that every dance teacher out there is doing that because they love it. And that's a rare thing.
I never thought about it like that. And also, I won't mention any other specific activity types, but sometimes you meet people who have kind of fallen back on what they end up doing because the first choice didn't work, and then they've gone, we're going to need to do this, we're going to need to teach and start a club or whatever, and there's not, that passion is not necessarily there. In dance, I don't ever go about and meet people that aren't just like super enthusiastic straight away.
They love what they do.
What they don't always know is, and they don't always think of themselves as businesses, which is something that we try as well, and that's what we work with Louise quite closely on, is some of them don't want to, which we've found this year as well. Some of them are like, no, we're quite happy being quite small, and that's fine. Live your passion, do your passion. If you want to be a business, it's really a mindset change.
It's completely a mindset thing, and it's just sometimes, as you say, they might not want to, but sometimes they just might not be aware that it can
it's
be. It can be more than just your passion. It can really be a successful business. So we're very much aligned in that sense as well, that we're trying to see that mindset shift within our customers to help them realise that what they're doing could really be a successful business.
And it's genuinely at times I should have started a dance school. Like, I've not got the passion behind it, but we know and hear the ins and outs of the business side of it and what can be achieved. We can see what's been achieved through systemization and working with Louise. A number of the clubs that she's worked with, maybe she's brought them on, but they're with us as well, have gone from making 10 grand a year to like 90 grand a year.
It's crazy.
It's just nuts. They've went from going, oh, that was just a plaything, to this is me full time and I'm taking the kids to Dubai.
And who doesn't want that?
I know.
Exactly.
Crazy.
We're doing you mentioned Louise, so Louise, Deborah and Sarah. So we have also launched very recently, so January 2025, our Step Up Scholarship. So we're working with all three of those coaches to provide funding.
Okay.
So anyone who is a dance studio owner and they want to sign up to one of these coaches, whoever they want to sign up with, there's no restrictions. We will provide £50 a month towards their program that they pick to sign up with.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So
how can people get involved with that then right now if they're listening?
So all they need to do is go on to IDS. Under our resources tab, you'll see the Step Up Scholarship, and they just need to apply. And the only condition is that they need to be a dance studio owner or a dance school principal, and we are looking for people who are not already obviously signed up with them.
Yeah.
So anyone who's looking to sign up but due to financial reasons it's not viable for them, anyone who's looking to, you know, really strengthen their school and take it to the next level, we want to be able to support them to do that. So we are contributing £50 a month for a minimum of 200 teachers we've committed to do this for, so it's over £120,000 we are committing to spend.
You're putting your money where your mouth is, like absolutely. I mean, we run a competition, the things up there level up, and we're actually running a dance specific one at the moment as well, but it's there's so much, I hate the word synergy, but there's synergy between what we're doing. There is. Working towards the same goal. Exactly, working towards the same goals. I like to call us growth enablers. Write that down. I need that. It's better than my synergy. I like synergy too. It's like a 90s word. Yeah. So you've also got Elevate. Yes, so Elevate is a yearly dance teacher conference. So been going a long time. Yes, this will be our 12th year running it. For those our loyal customers out there will know it as the DTC, the Dance Teacher Convention. The next word was what? The Dance Teacher Convention. So that's how everyone knows it. But I guess this is the hot off the press because we haven't really announced it yet. But it will be rebranded as Elevate. Sorry, I've just told everybody that. No, there you go. It's good. What better way to announce it, of course. Right? So. Yes, the DTC will now be known as Elevate, and that's kind of to acknowledge that it won't just be dancing. So we do get some of the top industry professionals in to come and teach dance classes. So we'll get the likes of Tom Shilcock from CYD. He'll come do a commercial class. We'll have Layla Harrison from the RAD. She'll come run ballet classes. We get someone in we had from Hamilton running. It was the literal audition workship last year. So if you wanted to be in Hamilton, you could come along, learn the audition piece. Did you hear that, Brian? We've got the biggest fan of Hamilton, I think, in this room with us behind the camera. He's a huge Hamilton fan. There we go. Mm-hmm. So we literally had a workshop last year and then all went and took everyone to see Hamilton after we'd learned the audition piece. Nice. So that was great fun. Did they know? Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah. So I thought it was like, come on, everybody on the bus. No, so people could choose to come watch. So this year we're going to Mary Poppins. Nice. So we'll try and get a nice... really good, actually. It's getting a lot of good reviews, isn't it? So we'll try and get a Mary Poppins workshop in this year as well. We don't know if it'll be the audition piece, but we'll try and get a Mary Poppins workshop too. So yes, historically it's always been dancing, and we still very much about that because dance teachers don't get the opportunity to dance very much, and it really reignites their passion, which I love that. That's really good. It's great to see. So we'll very much still be all about the dancing and bringing some sort of some of the UK's best to come and teach them, but tying in with the Step Up Scholarship and our Roadshow Spotlight events, we are looking to bring in that business side to Elevate as well. So we'll be bringing along Deborah, Louise and Sarah. They'll all be running sessions focused on the business side of things as well. So the whole event, you can come along and you can come away with new routines,
new marketing strategies.
Just
the whole thing.
reinvigorated, you know. It's like you say, if they don't, you don't think about that as well. Dance teachers don't often get to dance.
No,
They'll
they
get
don't,
to teach what
yeah.
they have to do, but they've spent years being the one in front of somebody, getting taught, and then when they become the dance teacher, they're no longer there. So this is putting them back. They're like, in their minds, that's them kids again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They'll be
exactly.
sitting like learning again. Yeah.
And 8 out of 10 of the classes will be, you know, coming from a dance teacher perspective. So they'll be like, oh, this is how I would teach this sequence, or this is how I do for my grade 1s, but this is how I teach it for my seniors. So it is still very much aimed at the dance teacher, but there'll also be, you know, a session at the end of the day, which is purely just for them to have fun, come learn a piece like we did a piece of The Greatest Showman last year, and everybody just loved having
Brian.
fun.
I think this is also this is
Brian, it sounds like you want to come to
he needs to
to our
come down.
convention.
He needs to be there at these ones.
Yeah, so it's just a great chance for them to dance, but as I said, bringing in the business side of things too, so they can really tackle it from all angles and come away with some fresh ideas. And it's in that event is in August, so first week of August, from Tuesday to the Thursday. It's a 3-day event at Elmhurst Ballet School, which is really lovely, prestigious school. They've got some great studios. And can
any dance school attend? Do they need to be with? How do they get involved?
No, so anyone it's free to buy a ticket and come along.
Yeah.
Anyone can come.
Okay. And just on the IDS website again?
Again, on the IDS website under our events tab.
Good. I like this. Plenty of plug-in.
Yes, we've actually haven't launched the tickets for Elevate yet, but there will be an early bird pricing on there.
It's all right. We can drum this up. We can be Oasis all over again.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I'm not quite sure we'll have the demand of Oasis tickets, but we shall see. But yes, it is good to get in early, because we will have some early bird ticket pricing options for that.
You heard it here first, and you heard the name first. Sorry for breaking
that.
Yes,
Elevate.
Elevate. Fantastic.
There we go.
Thanks so much for coming up. It's been
pleasure.
great to meet you, to talk to you. I think that, just even from the conversation there is so much that does align with the businesses. It's going to be really interesting over the next couple of months to work with you at the events and on a number of other things. I know that we'll be having conversations about all sorts, but thank you for making your way up to Scotland. And I'd like to end this the way it nearly began, with you doing that song, and I'll try and sing along as well, because this is a great way to launch the partnership.
What, my little jingle?
Your little jingle.
Class for Kids and IDS.
And that's how we roll. Thank you so much.
I'm sure that'll be copyrighted. It's
exactly.
great.
It'll be on spot. It'll be TikTok famous by the end of the week. Right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
She was a lovely lady.
Really, really insightful stuff there.
And IDS, the company, and Class for Kids, it really does. I used the word too many times during the interview, but synergy is a horrible word.
It is, I know.
There just needs to be a better word for it.
We need to find...
glue? Nah. Think of something. On the spot right now.
Joined at the hip.
Joined at the hip. Okay, cool. Class for Kids and IDS are clearly joined at the hip.
I did do a hip wiggle there towards her.
You did do a hip wiggle. For the people that are listening, you wouldn't have seen it. I can promise you, check out on YouTube. There was a little hip wiggle. A little seam of hip wiggle. And I've never seen that before either. It was great to catch up with Nicole. Like I say, joined at the hip in terms of our values and everything that they have going on out there. There's going to be a number of things now. You heard some of them there that we're going to be working on with IDS.
So the first thing we're going to be doing with IDS is the Spotlight event. So you'd heard Nicole tell us a bit more about it. What they're going to be doing is, alongside Class for Kids, we're going to be giving away 2 tickets to the Spotlight event. They're worth £75, fully redeemable against IDS credit. Ooh. So get your hands on that, and we'll see you at that event.
And we'll be at Spotlight too. We're going to be there.
We will.
We're going down for the whole weekend. I believe there's a drinks reception, which I'm quite looking forward to the night before.
As am I.
We are going to take part of this, the mobile version of this podcast, we're going to take down there as well. And we have our star on stage, Michaela, who will be doing a talk at the IDS Spotlight.
Yeah, that's right. Michaela will be there talking to everybody about the power of passion. And
you don't want to miss that, because Michaela's brilliant on stage. Amazing. We had her Shake It Up last year, and yeah, she shook it up, funnily enough. So we are now going into partnership with IDS. Very excited about that. And I think we can wrap up this podcast. What I might do is just quickly go over the offer they can get one more time.
Yes.
And you could do that?
Absolutely, we can. So if you want to get involved, we'd be really excited to see you there. Every ticket to Spotlight is £75, and it's fully redeemable against IDS credit. One thing to know, Class for Kids are also doing a giveaway for a pair of tickets to the Spotlight event. So we're excited to launch that shortly. and we'll hopefully see you all there.
Yeah, so I think that will have launched on social, our competition, by the time this goes out, which is great.
Yes.
And 75% redeemable. I mean, that you're going for nothing, you know, because you're just getting all that back. So, yeah, I mean...
£75 redeemable, fully redeemable against IDS credit.
Yeah, why wouldn't you, brilliant. And I'm really, really happy to have caught up with Nicole. Hope she's getting home safely. Hope to see her next month down in London for Spotlight. Brilliant to have Seema back. And you know what we do at the end of this, don't you? Tell me you're a listener. I'm a listener. 3, 2, 1. Bye.